right, so here we go. See where my key is. It's right here. So the first one, you want to focus on that line, right? So x-intercept, y-intercept, you want to figure those out, right? So you let y equal to 0, so you end up with negative 5x is equal to 20. Divide both sides by negative 5. X is equal to negative 4, so negative 4, 0 is one of the intercepts. On the other hand, 8y is equal to 20. Divide both sides by 8. Y is equal to 2.5. So it's 0, 2.5. Okay. I would say you get 1 mark if you find the intercepts today. Okay. We've done them both right. So this would be intercepts, right? And then rearranging, I'm just going to take 8y is less than, and we're going to bring the negative 5x over, and that goes over 5x positive plus 20. And then the last step is to divide by 8. And remember, it's not a negative, so we don't have to worry about flipping this sign. Okay, so this is, you get 1 mark for this. If you did flip the sign, I would take off, I wouldn't give myself the mark there, because it's only if you divide by a negative. And then graph, right? So we're going to use these. So if everything is worth 1, we don't need to put a scale down. So this is negative 4, 0, 0, 2.5 is right there. And hold on, I kind of rushed here. I would have to say that this is a dashed line. The true region is below the line, and I will shade below the line. So if shading and true match, it's regular shading, right? So dashed is the first thing. Dashing through the graph. Anyways, I tried. True is here, and you therefore, because we're using regular shading, that's what would be shaded on your graph. And of course, if you flip this inequality for whatever reason, you would be shading above, right? And that's consistent. You would lose the mark here, but you would actually get full marks here because you are consistent, right? If you aren't consistent, that's a problem, right? Then you would lose here and here. So you got to watch out for that. So let's also include, right, either one, this one or the rewritten form on there somewhere. And that is your, I would give you 2 marks for the graph. Okay. And so what would be the criteria here? We're actually graphing the line would be 1. So meaning the right points and it's dashed, right? And then shading and so forth, I would give you another 1 for putting that in the right place. Okay. So 4 marks for that first one. Hopefully you did okay. Next, you're going to focus on that one. And here we go, x-intercept, y-intercept. X-intercept, you're left with negative 27x is equal to 126. Divide both sides by negative 27. X is equal to, yep, negative 4.67. So it's not very pretty, but that's okay. You have calculators, right? And then the other one, you have negative 21y is equal to 126. Divide both sides by negative 21. Y is equal to negative 6, exactly. So every once in a while, you do get an exact value. So I would give you 1 for having done this work. Sign and all, right? So, and then for rewriting, I will just go negative 21y is greater than or equal to, and I'll bring the negative 27 over, adding, right? 27x plus 126. Uh-oh, right? Divided by negative 21. Not really uh-oh, right? I know what I'm supposed to do, right? I flip that inequality, and you end up with negative 27 over 21x minus, okay, right? This is affecting both, minus 6, which you expected, right? So it's kind of like a checkpoint. So for this, I would give you 2 marks. 1 mark for that in particular, and another mark for just rewriting. Okay. Yeah. That's fine. Yep, that's still the same, yeah. Yeah, 3 goes into both. So if you catch that, go for it. But you're not gonna get bonus marks. So you're also not gonna, right? Like just leave it if you're not sure, because if you do make a mistake, it might affect you. So 3 marks so far, and now 2 marks for the graph. Actually, I know what I forgot to mention. So I give you a lot already, so you need to kind of just add the bare minimum, right? So we're going to start labeling our axes and put arrowheads and stuff like that. So that I would say if you miss that, I'd take off half, right? So that is important to me because we're going to do that later on, right? So same here. Don't take off again if you already took off at the top. Just a one-time penalty today. So then we go negative 4.67, right? This is negative 4, negative 5, so it's closer to 5. And then 0, negative 6, this is 4, 5, 6, it's right on. And then I tell myself here that this is going to be a solid line. The true region lies below because it's y less than. And I'm therefore also going to shade below because I'm using regular shading. So this is what I'm going to use a lot. I'm going to do these 3 things after I rewrite so that I know, right? Solid, true is below, so true, and you shade all along the line, right? You can go even past the grid, it's okay. And so this is negative 27x minus 21, y is greater than or equal to 126. And what else am I missing? I think I've got it all. So again, solid, if you don't have solid, take off half. If you don't have true region label, take off half. If you don't have it shaded, take off half. Right? No labels, half, so forth. To be honest, if you tell me where the true region is and you happen to shade the other side, I would still give you marks because this is what I'm most concerned with. If you get the true region right, if you do reverse shading, it's okay. You're still letting me know that you know this is the solution region. Okay, so this is worth 5 because of the flipping of the inequalities. So this is 9. Okay, this page is 9. 5 and 4. You've got yourselves 9 marks on this one. So add it up. Okay, the back side. How many of you were scratching your heads on this one? Do you see any y variables in there? I don't see any. Special case, vertical line. You just need to do some cleaning, right? So 2x is less than 3 times x is 3x. 3 times negative 2 is negative 6, correct? Special case. Vertical, right? Vertical line. There's no y there. So I'm going to bring all the variables over to this left side. So 2x minus 3x is less than, you're not flipping anything yet because you're not dividing or multiplying. Okay, you're just adding or subtracting. That's really what you're doing when you bring stuff over. So this is negative x is less than negative 6. And yes, here you're going to have to divide by negative. And it's at that point where you actually flip the sign. I would give you a mark. If you get it to here, I would give you already a mark there. And then this one last step here where you have to flip the sign, I'd give you another mark for that. Okay, and then so we just go ahead and graph it here. Okay, x, y, right? X is 6, so you go 4, 5, 6. Oh, hold on. This is dashed. The true region is where? Greater than. That means it's to the right. I'm going to shade to the right. So 6 is dashed. X is greater than 6. True is here. And you go ahead and shade that. There you go. 2 marks for the graph because all the same things need to happen. I think it's a little easier, but still will give you. I think this should have been probably worth 3 marks, but because I had that added distribution and flipping the sign, will make it worth that much today. And this is the one I'm curious about. How did you do here? This is where you go backwards, right? So let's see. 2 marks for each. If I focus on inequality A, this one here, solution is below and it's dashed. So you should know that it's going to be like that, right? Solution is below the line and it's dashed, okay? And then you figure out your slope. That's a good one. You scan, there's one right there. 1, 3, you can repeat that, right? Oh, or not. 1, 3, 1, 3. Yeah, you can repeat that. It is 1, 3, right? So 1 down and run of 3. This is going down, so it'd be negative 1/3 x. And this is going to be negative 8, right? This is 0, negative 8 is your y-intercept. So that would be that. Okay. So you get 2 marks for that. 1 mark for the inequality, facing the right way and not having the equal sign. We'll give you half for the slope, half for the intercept. And then inequality B, focus on the solution. Solution is below the line and it's solid. So it'd be y is less than or equal to, and then we know that it's at negative 5 here, and I scan. Does it happen here? I think so. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see if I can repeat that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 4, 5. Yes, I can repeat a 4 rise and a 5 run, even if you were to go backwards and do that. And it's going up, so it's a positive slope, so 4 over 5x minus 5, because this intercept is 0, negative 5. So you get 1 mark for the inequality, half a mark for the slope, half a mark for the correct intercept. So this backside is worth 8. 8 and 9, 17, right? You good? Add it up. Put your name and last name on that. I'm curious to see how you did. And again, you're new to this, right? So today was a little rough. I hope you still learned from